Yellowjacket men returning home this week to start a 4-game homestand. Preston, you're coming off a nice solid win on the road over Simon Fraser. Talk about that game a little bit. It was your second straight double-double, and how you guys were able to have success against them again this season.
Yeah, it was a good game, and we were able to get the 2-0 sweep on them for the season, and it was really fun going out to Canada and all that, but we were out there to get a W, and it ended up being a closer game than we wanted it to be, but a win's a win, and it was just a really good game, good team win.
And when your team hit a little bit of a rough patch, you had a little losing skid going, talk about what it means to snap that losing skid on the road, and then you're home for 4 straight now.
Yeah, snapping that losing streak is definitely something that it's to boost our confidence now. Now that we got this one win, we want to build off of it, not just get this win and then, just let other games slide. We want to build off of this, so yeah.
And then coming home this week, your first game on Thursday is against Central Washington. It's a team you lost to on the road. But what are your plans for this week? How are you guys going to prepare for these 2 games you have?
We definitely want to get Central. I mean, all of our home games, these 6 home games, we definitely want to take advantage of home court advantage and get these wins. So Coach will definitely have us prepared for all of our home games, including Central. So.
Talk about a little bit of the dynamic of the team right now. You're obviously performing very well offensively, and Kendall Denham had a couple good games on Thursday against Western Washington. He had a really good all-around game. Talk about his leadership.
Yeah, we just have all these upperclassmen definitely just coaches tell them, we need everybody to be assertive, everybody to be aggressive, and, it seems like each guy is stepping up on a different night, or we can all step up on one night. Like Kendall definitely, he put up, 12 against Western Washington, so... Yeah, and then Mark had 20 the other night against Simon Fraser. Our upperclassmen and just everybody on the team just kind of knows their role, and we're all trying to contribute.
And lastly, it's your first season, obviously, in the GNAC, and you're more than halfway through the conference schedule. What have been your impressions so far about the league?
The league's definitely, it's like Coach said, it's a lot more. I mean, I wasn't here last year, but I keep hearing from everybody that the league was it's a lot more competitive this year than it was last year, and any team in the league can beat you on any given night. Like St. Martin's, I think, got Anchorage the other night. So, I mean, it just goes to show that the league's tough, and you can't take any games or any team for advantage.
Well, sealing it was Spin's 2 free throws, of course. But throughout the game, we just played hard and just played together and trusted each other. Just did the right things on offense and just buckled down on and tightened things up on defense.
And Kendall Denham missed a couple of games early on in the season, but since coming back, he's been really effective. Against Western Washington on Thursday, he had one of his better games this season. Talk about what it means to have him back in the lineup and how nice it is playing with him.
He's a great leader. When I'm on the bench, I notice how he talks to the guys and tries to get them ready at the free throw line and throughout the game, just on transition defense and just letting his guys know what he sees and what we should be doing better. So, yeah, I just like his leadership. Great guy.
And then Preston Beverly coming in as a true freshman has really been playing well for you guys lately, playing a big role for you. What's it been like playing with him, and talk about what he means to the team?
Offensively, he means pretty much most of everything. He scores a lot each game, and he brings a lot of physicality towards rebounding. I think last game he scored 22 and 12. So yeah, he's doing a lot for us, and he's a great teammate. Works well with us, and it's great. Looking forward to seeing how he's going to do for these next couple games and the next couple years.
And then you get to close the season. You have 8 more games on your GNAC schedule. 6 of those are going to be at home. Talk about that advantage, how nice it'll be to be back at Alterowitz Gym for 4 straight starting on Thursday.
Well, it's going to be an advantage for us, of course. I mean, we practice here, and it's just going to be nice just being at home and seeing the same rims and everything like that. I really like our gym here, so being here is great.
And then the 2 opponents you have this week, 2 teams that you played on the road. It was a couple of tough games, a narrow loss against Northwest Nazarene, and then you lost at Central Washington. What adjustments do you plan to make, and what are you excited about facing these teams a second time?
Well, coming into these games, working together is going to be a key, offensively and defensively, and just working through being tired. When we get tired, it seems like sometimes things kind of break down. We need to work on just trying to be the same team throughout the whole game from start to finish. Yeah, that's pretty much what we need to do in both of those games.
Well, I think it was nice for these guys to get on the since we'd been struggling, and the guys have been still working hard in practice, and we're getting better every week. And so, but it's nice to get some of that work rewarded with a win. It was a struggle. The schedule was tough. We've had some things, with injuries go against us, but the guys have kept fighting and kept battling. We went up to Simon Fraser. Actually, we had 7 guys because, some issues at the border, getting a couple guys with passport issues, and we went up there with 7 guys, and they played well, and Simon Fraser actually, got their leading scorer back that night, and he had not been playing, and we were not, we hadn't prepared for him to be playing, so they were a little bit better, and they were ready to go, and our guys fought through, and just we made enough plays down the stretch to get the win, and it's the 3rd game now that we've played with 7 guys this year, and we're actually 3-0 in those games. I'm thinking about just maybe dressing 7 moving forward.
And one of the guys who had a good performance, perhaps his best of the year, was Kamal Tall. He kind of got forced into a starting role there, but talk about him coming in and being effective in the minutes he played.
Well, I think it shows that you can never have enough guys. You can never have enough size and guys at different positions. And we feel like with this year we're 3 deep at the 5 position, and next year we'll have we have a kid redshirt and it's also a 5. So you can never have enough guys because you never know what's going to happen, either injuries and a wide variety of things that can happen. So Kamal stepped up and played well. Did what we asked him to do. Took advantage of some putback points and some easy buckets, and he's still learning. He's new to the game, and his best basketball is definitely ahead of him. And then having Cade Alcorn on Saturday night was also big. We didn't have him Thursday night. He was in the hotel, not feeling real well, and we got him back Saturday, and he was a difference maker defensively. He took 5 charges, 1 in the first half, and he took 4 in the second half, and then there was another one. Watching the film, probably could have been a charge. So he does. He's a big time difference maker in a lot of different ways. Manny will block shots, but Cade steps over, takes charges, and I think that gets in the opponents' heads. They don't come into the lane as out of control because they know there's a guy there that's going to slide over and can take a charge on any possession. So those 2 guys stepped up big for us with their inside presence. Yeah, he played. I thought he played well, and we're right now we're to the point where we really can't limit his minutes or limit any of our guards' minutes. We're just so thin. We really only have 4 guys that can play those 3 positions, the 1, 2, and 3. So we can't really limit minutes. So he played well. He took care of the ball, and he continues to get more and more aggressive offensively. So we need that from Kendall moving forward for the next 8 games.
And then the freshman, Preston Beverly, a couple more double-doubles. He's got 4 of those on the season. He's really starting to shine and step up his first year with the Jackets.
Yeah, Preston, and I think his stats Thursday night probably were less than what they could have been. We took him out maybe 6, 7, 8 minutes to go in the game, and we didn't put him back in because we knew we weren't going to have EJ Saturday night, and because of that, we knew he was going to have to play heavy minutes Saturday night. So I think he had 14 and 11 on Thursday night at Western Washington, and we actually took him out, with 7 or 8 minutes to go, and wanted just to get him rested because we knew the load he was going to have to carry Saturday. And then obviously Saturday night, he was 20 and 22, 24 and 11, something like that. But he just he's got a great knack for the ball. He's one of those guys that when shots go up, he has a good idea and a good nose to understand where the ball is going to be. And then obviously being 6'8", being long, being able to tip that ball around, it helps him as well. But a very skilled guy, and he's much like most of our guys. His best basketball is ahead of him. We have a young group. We've said that all year. And Saturday night, you look at our group. We went up there with 7 guys, 3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, and a junior is what we went up to Simon Fraser with. So we feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is going to be a really good group to be around for years to come.
And then shifting your focus to this week, it's a couple teams that you lost to on the road. Central Washington, first up on Thursday. What's your game plan against the Wildcats at home?
And, they haven't played as many road games, but on the road they're as competitive as well. But I know going up to their place is a difficult place to play. I thought our guys did a nice job. They jumped on us a little bit. I think we were down 20 at one point. went on a 10-0 run, got it back to 10. And then we actually had it down to 6 with 2.5 to go in the game. So we got it down to a 2-possession game, and couldn't get a stop that we needed, and then a bucket to get it down to that 1-possession game. Very, very talented team. They're really at their guards are very, very good, very athletic. And then they have guys that have been, seasoned guys that have played a lot of games in the GNAC, and so, we're gonna have to play. Defensively, we're gonna have to really get after them, and they're a really good team. If we were just going out there and playing open gym against them, we would be in trouble. So, a lot of talent and a team that we need to be prepared for.
And then NNU, the team you lost to on the road by just 2 points, 98-96. Will the guys be playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder this time around against them?
Well, I think it probably depends on how Thursday goes. But, I think we feel like the NNU game was one that kind of got away from us, a game we probably could have and should have won. But then NNU, they're very, very talented. They got some, we knew going in, watching film, that they had some nice pieces. And then after playing them, we realized that, offensively, they got some really good players. Their 4-man was a problem for us at their place. And they've been competitive, very, very competitive, basically every game they've been in, if you look at their scores. So it's, hopefully going into, we have 4 games at home here. All 4 of these games, this is kind of what started our little losing streak. We had those 4 straight on the road against these exact same 4 teams. So hopefully our guys play with a little bit of chip, a little bit of edge, understanding these are the 4 teams that all got us at their place, and we need to play well and hopefully come out on the positive end at home.